everybody. I'm back here in Sloth Studios. Sloth. To review this new Golden Melody. This has been out for a few days now, and so I'm a little behind the curve on the review thing. But I just thought I'd throw my hat into the ring. I am a dedicated Golden Melody gigger. My usual gig harmonicas are Golden Melodies, and so this is of some personal interest to me. All right, let's talk about the design first. There's been a variety of changes, most of them to the cover plates and to the comb. You can see there's this see-through business on the comb part, and it extends fairly far away from the cover parts, cover plates. And the first time I saw this, I was thinking to myself, amusement park ride, right? And I'm sort of old, and let's talk about the design aspects of this really quick, because, honestly, that part doesn't really matter. What matters is how it performs. But the design part, a lot of people have been making a big deal out of this dent in the back, and does it fit in your hands? Yeah, there's no real issue for me with that. The way it looks, I almost get the feeling that Hohner is trying to appeal to a younger crowd with this stuff. I mean, look what happened to the Corvette, for example. Back in the 60s, they looked great. The ones today look a little bit more like Optimus Prime than a car. And, I think the young people go for that kind of look. That said, I don't know too many young people that are playing harmonica these days. I jam down here in the basement studio with my son and his friends a lot. And these are kids, between 19 and 25 years of age. And they're all like, yeah, man, I'm going to play guitar in a band. I'm going to play bass and drums. I'm going to do all this stuff. And, not one of these guys that says, when I grow up, I'd like to play the harmonica in a blues band. Nobody under the age of about 60 is saying that kind of thing. Now, I meet a lot of guys my age that are like, yeah, when I grow up, I want to play in a blues band. Those same guys aren't going to like this design. They're not the ones that are buying that new Corvette. The new Corvette are going to the Wall Street dudes. They're 26, 27, world beaters, right? They don't know design. Detroit Gothic means nothing to those guys. And this old style harp, while attractive to people like me, maybe, again, I don't see this as a thing. Some manufacturers have already tried to do new designs, like Kongsheng. They came up with the Mars. Mars is kind of goofy looking too, but that one's goofy looking in a Star Trek kind of way, which appeals to me. And this is goofy looking in a Battlestar Galactica kind of way. Not so cool. All right, enough of that. Don't like the way it looks. How does it play? Well, straight out of the box, and let me say this about the box. I am thrilled to bits that Rochelle is on the cover of it. I think that's really cool. Kudos to her. Great player, monster. And the little sub box that this comes in is cardboard, finally. So, this is compostable, it's earth friendly, it's not one of these little plastic things that you gotta chuck and piles up in a corner. So the packaging on this, good stuff. Straight out of the box, I was unimpressed. This thing was leaky, poorly gapped, hard to play. I've got a couple of clips of me trying it out. I'm going to play those now. And you'll see, it sounds okay, but I'm working at it. And anyway, take a look at these, and then I'll be back in just a second. So 6 is almost there. 5 is not. 4 is. A little tweaking necessary, probably. Can't hit the 10 blow. Man, a little work maybe. All right, I'm back. Now, I was like, well, okay, not every harmonica straight out of the box is to my liking anyway, so I took this one apart, gapped the reeds, and stuck it back together. Now, while doing that, I came across a thing on the design that I did like a lot. Now, these screws on the sides, so there's no screws on the top holding the cover plates on. These are on the side, and except that they're this weird star bit Torx screw something. Aside from that, and the fact that it's going to drive the aftermarket comb guys bonkers trying to replicate that particular way of holding the cover plates on, what it does allow you to do is tweak the reeds and then kind of snap the covers back in place. I've got a picture of what it looks like just prior to snapping. And when you kind of snap them back in place, you can test whether your reed gap tolerances are to your liking without having to screw the covers on. You know, with the regular harmonicas, especially like the normal old-fashioned golden melodies, you try to do that without screwing the covers on, and you got bits and pieces of harmonica flying all over the room, and it's a real pain in the ass. These, they snap back in. You can just hold it and play. And if you don't like it, you unsnap the covers, you re-gap the reeds, and you do it again. Saves a lot of time. Do like this side screw business. Not a lot of people do. They also say that it doesn't hold the cover plates on tight enough, and so you end up getting leakage between the cover plates and the reed plates up here at the top. I haven't found that to be the case, but again, I have a sample size of this many. Once I gapped it, it played fine. Okay, you probably heard in one of those clips that I played previously, I was having trouble with the, that thing. That's gone away. You know, it's airtight now, and it sounds pretty good, right? Overblows are there. 10, let's try the 10 bend. That's there. Yeah, so it plays good. These are retailing for $60 now, which is some $10 to $15 more than the old one did. I'd hazard a guess that they're not $15 better than the old ones were. So my overall opinion is they look stupid. They play well after you do some minor gapping. I like the side screws. The tone is a little bit less reedy, a little bit clearer than the old Golden Melody. And, tone doesn't really bother me so much because most of it is, put through microphones and so forth anyway. But those of you who are looking for that slightly raspier acoustic tone, probably not going to find it here. I'm not going to change out my set of old Golden Melodies. I'm going to continue to play those. I'm going to send them to customizers when they break down. And hope for the best. Owner, okay, maybe the young folks will dig it, but this old folk doesn't like the design. Playability is about the same as it ever was. So if you want to go out and spend $60 for this, be my guest. I think there are other less expensive options that play about as well and don't look like a bumper car. Have a good day.